Welcome to Kronos Airsoft. Today we're looking at the CZ Scorpion Carbine B.E.T. Okay guys, like we said, we're looking at the ASG Scorpion EVO Carbine B.E.T. It is available in another version that doesn't have the integrated suppressor, but today we're looking at this one because it looks cool. So, starting at the rear of the weapon, we've got a nice textured butt pad there, so you get a nice solid grip against your shoulder. The stock is adjustable, folding, and also completely removable, so you can change it out with, say, an M4 style buffer tube, so you can have your own choice of stocks if you wanted to. It's a nice strong nylon fibre reinforced polymer, and it's actually the same material that's used for the real steel weapon, so it's a good sturdy material. Moving forwards, we've got a nice sort of textured grip there. It's not rubberized, it's still a nice sort of polymer feel, but it is textured, so you get a good grip on there. It's comfortable, and it's got this little sort of flared bottom there to keep your hand in place, which is nice. Moving up from the grip, you've got the selector switch there, which is a nice positive click between single, 3-round burst and full auto mode, and it's ambidextrous. The mag release can be either operated by your finger. Again, it's on both sides, ambidextrous, so if you lefties out there, you can use your index finger to release it, or if you want to, you can use your thumb. Release. Nice and easy. Speaking of the magazines, they're available in packs of 3, or you can get a 375 round high cap mag, so you've got plenty of options there. Also, they've got a little follower in them, which means they'll feed every single BB. And when the mag is empty, the gun will automatically cut off until you eject a mag, put a fresh one in, press the M-LOK bolt release, and then you're good to go again. Moving on from that bolt release, it does actually have an active bolt release catch via the lever here. You can see it keeps the window open, which allows you access to the hot chamber. And as you release that bolt catch, forward it goes. The lever itself, again for you ambidextrous users, is swappable to the other side. We've also got sling points on both sides on the rear here, and then there's one on the front, which again for you lefties, you can actually remove that and swap it round to the other side there. So very ambidextrous gun. Moving up from there, we've got along the entire top length of the gun a nice 20mm standard Picatinny rail, and then onto the handguard, which is a lovely piece of work. We have full M-LOK compatible handguard, 3 sections on each side, 6 on the bottom there, so you've got plenty of space for accessories. Talking about that handguard, that is where you gain access to your battery compartment. And to gain access, what we need to do is unscrew the M-LOK suppressor, so that comes off, and then holding on to the charging handle there, the entire front handguard comes off, so we don't lose that spring and charging handle. And there's your battery compartment. Now the battery compartment actually goes the whole length of the body on the top there, and you've got space inside the handguard. So you've actually got a decent amount of space there for a decent sized battery. Now it's worth bearing in mind that it is just a M-LOK suppressor. There's no foam filling in there. It's not going to do any kind of sound dampening in there. As you can see, it's just there to protect and hide the inner barrel, which is considerable in length. One nice feature is the fact that they've included all the trades that appear on the real steel rifle. So you've got the designed by bit there, the designed in the Czech Republic, and of course the main CZ Scorpion EVO 3A1 logo on the front there, even down to the little M-LOK logos, just to let you know it's genuinely compatible M-LOK rail. Nice feature. So now we've had a good look at the outside of the gun, and there's no denying it's a beautiful gun. But that's not the only thing it's got going for it, because inside there's a wealth of electronic wizardry which will put it head and shoulders above the competition. To start with, we've got an electronic trigger which gives you a nice short stroke on the trigger and a nice positive feel for every shot. It's got a built-in MOSFET, and of course I talked about that automatic cut-off feature of the magazine, so when you've finished your mag, it stops firing, so there's no dry firing. Also, which fewer people know about, it does have a built-in error detection system. So any errors it detects at all, whether that's in the voltage from the battery or a problem that it thinks it might be having with some of the wiring, if the wiring is damaged, anything like that, any electronic problems it thinks it has, it'll just stop working. It'll give you a few beeps, code beeps to let you know what the problem is in your manual, but then it just stops functioning. And I think that's a brilliant feature, because how many times have you just tried, oh, I'll just clear a few rounds because it doesn't seem to be working properly, and then only to damage your gun even further. But not with this. Now, if anything was to go wrong, and it's very rare, ASG would bend over backwards to help you. Their customer service is phenomenal when it comes to this gun. It's their baby. They've invested a lot of time, money and effort into developing this gun. It's entirely designed and assembled in Denmark, and they're so proud of it that they will just do anything to help you to get your gun back up and running again should anything go wrong. ASG have invested so much time in this gun, and they're so keen to help you out, that in a recent EVO owners event at Proving Grounds near Selby, they actually flew over the original designer of this weapon to answer any questions that any of the owners may have had. Now, how many other manufacturers can do that? So before we go up to our shooting test, there are a couple of technical issues I just want to raise with you. This is the EU version of the gun, which means it's set up to fire sub 350 FPS, and in some cases it's quite a lot under 350. You're looking on average around the 300, 310 FPS mark, which, to be honest, given the performance of the gun, it's still more than adequate. Also, it's not 11.1 volt LiPo compatible. ASG themselves recommend that you stick with either a 7.4 volt LiPo or a 9.9 volt LiFe or LiFe battery. So don't use an 11.1 with this. So let's go up to the range and fire this thing. So here we are on our range. We've got Nicolas Cage as this episode's target of choice. No particular reason, just because he's bonkers. We're using 0.2 gram ASG blaster BBs, and let's see how we shoot. First, some semi. Let's try a bit of 3-round burst. It's such a nice feel. Just a little touch of the trigger and it will just complete those 3 rounds straight away. Let's go full auto. And there you go, I'm out of BBs, and you can see it's stopped automatically. Brilliant. So now we've done our shooting test, let's see how it shoots through the Kronos. 312, 315, 318, 315, and 312 again. So that's a pretty consistent average 315 FPS, which, like I said, it is the EU version, so they've downgraded it to be within UK field limits. But I reckon that's pretty good. So now we know how it shoots, let's go and see what the results are like. Now, he is well and truly peppered. We've got shots all up and down there. Now, granted, I wasn't using any sights on the weapon. I was just aiming down the top rail. And to be honest, that's not a bad effort, I think. I mean, it's a head-sized target. And he's peppered, absolutely peppered. So, brilliant. Very pleased with that. So there you have it. The ASG Scorpion EVO Carbine B.E.T. If you like the video, do all that good stuff like the liking, sharing, subscribing. If you want to see more information about any of the products we've discussed and the accessories that are available for this, then check the description below. You'll find all the links in there. But for now, this has been Kronos Airsoft, and we'll see you next time.
Love it. Fantastic.
Cool.
So yes, Nicholas on the range now. On the line.
Should we do B-roll stuff now, or?
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, let's get it done. Make sure my handprints are alright. Sweaty.